Hak kenta geli jingli hak sengi bahnyau dorbar mang tengka jongga yang dorbar tawan ke jela Meghalaya hak spotrik ulber aja opsan urupa marak MLA ke All India Trinamool Congress na dadengre lobo jingli bahato Kurim Kiba Baroh Ngut kidai badan jingdu na Dkhot kin yo ne em ka Skhim Shna Ïing lengba ka PMAYG ya ka bau Myntri badi khmi eknat Community and Rural Development Block u80 mandal ru ulah kubur nakaliang Myntri ulah pensyai kendon ki badan kam ban burenti ban yo ik Skhim Shna Ïing lengba ka PMAYG nak jubab Myntri urupa ulah yang ban berap jingli badi thuru bagi don ki baduna Dkhot ki ba syakan taj ban yo ik Skhim kumcu ban perong kertangi ladi hak Skhim MGNREGA hadin kani ba Charles Pungrop MLA ke All India Trinamool Congress na nong thamai ru ulah bo jingli kumno la pensisai ki long Ïing ki badai ban yo chingiram.
Mr. Speaker, sir, reply to start question number 68. A. Yes, sir, by criteria as per the framework for implementation of PMAYG. B. Sir, the criteria for availing the scheme are as follows. Household with no adult member between the ages 16 to 59. Female-headed households with no adult male member between ages 16 to 59. Household with no literate adult above 25 years. 4. Households with any member with disability and no able-bodied adult member. 5. Landless households deriving the major part of their income from manual casual labor. The handicapped household falls under point 4 above. Household with higher deprivation scores are prioritized and ranked higher.
Yes, please. Mr. Rukas.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. In the course of the reply, it is very much clear. So, I think I'll not have any question, but I will seek attention and assurance from the Honorable Minister in charge. Before that, I like to place some issues in the implementation of the PMAYG housing scheme in blocks. In some blocks, almost all the blocks, the list of beneficiaries are being assessed and provided by the VEC in the village level. And while assessing the beneficiary list to the block, it has come to my knowledge that these handicapped people, the people with disability, they are being denied the rights to have the PMAYG. So, on account of they don't have the job cards. So in the enrollment of job card, in the process of enrollment of the job cards also, they are being denied because they are from the disabled sector. So without a job card, they are being denied the PMAYG housing scheme from the BEC level. And even if they want to enroll themselves in the job card, they are not getting it because they are from the disabled sector. So whether these issues can be looked into so that these disabled people can avail the PMAYG scheme in the block level. And some kind of awareness should be given to the VECs in this regard. Thank you.
Yes, sir. The point raised by the Honorable Member from Dadingri is very important, and definitely we'll look into it because this category falls in the priority category. Maybe there is some misunderstanding somewhere. We'll look into it, sir. And as per awareness, we'll try to sensitize all the VECs.
Yes, but Charles, please. Mr. Speaker, sir, in the course of his reply, the Honourable Minister has said that households with higher deprivation scores are prioritized and ranked higher. So may I know from the Honourable Minister, what are the parameters used to determine the deprivation scores and prioritizations?
Sir, to ensure that the assistance is targeted at those who are genuinely deprived and that the selection is objective and variable, the housing deprivation parameter in the socio-economic and caste census 2021 data and Awas Plus data 2018 lists are used for identifying household and then verified by the village authorities, Gram Seva. This is done through a process of prioritization as below. Belonging to SC, ST and other category who are houseless, having a kacha house with 1 room and 2 rooms in that particular order. Within the above priority, if the household fall under compulsory inclusion as defined in section in SECC 2011, they are given highest priority. The criteria are as follows: household without shelter, destitute, living on alms, manual scavenger, primitive tribal groups, legally released bonded labor. Additionally, within 2 subgroups, priority will be determined based on the cumulative deprivation score. These are calculated from the socio-economic parameters having equal weightage, and the other are which I have already mentioned in the primary questions.
So my question is, assuming that there are 2 families which have similar disabilities or requirements which match, then who is the competent authority to decide that the scheme will go to person A or B?
Sir, as per the present scope of selection, both will be included.
Excuse me?
Both will be included.
Sir?
Yes, Baroh, please. Just in the course of reply of the Minister, Honorable Minister, in landless households deriving major part of their income from manual casual labor. But I was told if they do not own land, then the BDOs do not allot this PMA YG. So if suppose they are landless, is there any provision for such people to utilize the funds to procure land?
Sir, basically the idea is to provide house to houseless people. Suppose if they don't have land where they will construct the house. That is the basic idea with which BDO finds it difficult to release the money to the beneficiary.
Sir, I appreciate the answer saying that both will be included, agreed. But as we know that the demand outstrips supply, so in the case where there is only one house to be allotted, then how will you choose who to give it to, since both have the same deficiencies in their criteria selection? Who will you give it to?
Sir, as I mentioned, that there is a permanent wait list which has been made based on the census of 2011, economic census of 2011, and so also the Awas Plus 2018. So many houses were left. Now, in 2024, this Awas Plus has given extension for another 5 years. That means this will continue till 2028-29. And at present, survey is going on, sir. So whoever is coming forward, they are being included into the system. And then there will be a permanent wait list. And on the basis, the houses will be given. As of now, sir, this will be continued till 31st March 2025. And as of today, almost 1,20,000 houses have been surveyed, and it is continuing. It will continue till 31st March. Hopefully, all will be included in this survey, sir.
Therefore, can we assume that the allotment of houses to persons of similar disabilities will be the sole discretion of the BDO concerned?
Not exactly, sir. It will depend on how he will be included in the permanent wait list, because the local VECs will be surveyed and the list will be submitted, and there is a provision of exclusion also. Suppose in this survey some people are having pakka houses, some are having motorized vehicles. There are lots of criteria for that. They will be excluded, rest all will be included, sir.
Right. Okay. Now we move.
Yes, sir.
Just one question, sir. Sir, it's come to my knowledge that some beneficiaries have been selected, but somehow, it's appeared in the system of the block also. But then later on, they were told that their names have been excluded for no reasons given to them, sir. May I get an assurance from the minister that such thing will not happen, and those who have been excluded should be excluded, sir. Should be included, sorry. Yeah.
Sir, I have already mentioned that there is some criteria to exclude some houses which have been listed in the permanent wait list. Let me be very specific, sir. Exclusion will be on the basis of pakka houses. If some people's names are already included, but later on it is found that they are having already pakka houses. Then there is also that they own a motorized 2, 3, 4 wheelers. But luckily now 2 wheelers have been removed for present census. Then owning a mechanized 3, 4 wheeler agriculture equipment. Then owning a Kishan credit card with limit of 50,000 rupees or above. Then household with any members as a government employee. Then household with non-agricultural enterprises registered with government. Then any member of the family earning more than rupees 10,000, now it has been enhanced to rupees 15,000. Paying income tax, paying professional tax, owing a refrigerator, now this has been removed also the present survey. Owing a landline phone, this is also removed in the present survey. Own 2.5 acre or more of irrigated land with at least one irrigation equipment. 5 acres or more of irrigated land for 2 or more crop seasons. Then owing at least 7.5 acres of land or more with at least one irrigation equipment. Now the last provision also removed in hours plus 2024. So due to that, and if any case is there, I will request through you, Mr. Speaker, sir, to the honorable member, please send to us, we will look into it.
Mr. Speaker, sir, through you. May I know from the honorable minister whether having a job card is part of the criteria to avail this scheme?
Other than some special categories, yes, sir, we insist that job card should be there, because ultimately job card is linked to Aadhaar card, and Aadhaar card is also mandatory for this.
That means it's part of the criteria where one of the family should be a job card holder.
Not exactly the original criteria, but we insist that they should have a job card. And if any cases are there, you can brought forward, we will look into it, sir.
Okay. Can the minister be very specific, because it has come to my knowledge where there are people who have been denied simply because they don't have a job card.
Sir, as I mentioned that Aadhaar card seeding is one of the most important factor as per provision of these households also. So that's why job card is already seeded. That's why we insist that job card should be there, but it is not a criteria.
No, sir. I can understand the need for Aadhaar card, but then job card specifically, because there are those who have Aadhaar, but they don't register themselves with the job card. So specifically, sir, are they excluded or how?
If they fall in the, as per the provision, sir, that they do not have a house or house having only 2 kacha rooms and all other I have mentioned, they will be included, sir.
One more question, and this also have come to my knowledge where even in my constituency, there are those who might have been living in a rented house in different locality, but they might have a plot of land in another locality. And it has come to my knowledge that they have also been deprived simply because they are not staying in that particular community, locality where they own a plot of land.
Sir, this should not be a case, sir. They should apply in the permanent residence place.
So may I request the Honorable Minister, maybe this information should be passed on at the block level so that those people should not be deprived.
Point is noted, sir.
Habatian, pej bahagi kishab plus F.
Ka plus F?
Hakabam bangibam Duna ki eki bataya kamet. Namar kata habathiru atau kau kamlu ka umpnyang kadut pej ya kishab plus F haka jingsom. Yaki nutrient kum ki vitamin bat ka iron la icon diat bada ka bathau bha kam kta ka dur jing ki mar bam ka jing mat lani ka rukom shed yaki balehi panai kita ka don ka we ka jing mentoy ba kongsan ka kot ka kia ka nutrition ba kham bha ka jing im ba kham bha pendon kam daki mar bam madon ka sharp plus F menta ka sni
Lawan Ra Shafi Lingba ko office jong Commissionerate of Food Safety Meghalaya.